How's it going, everyone? In this video, I'm going to be breaking down how to improve your trading mindset, take you from a losing trader over to a winning one. Now, I've been reading this book, Stillness is Key. It's a phenomenal book. I recommend all of you guys go read. And there are some amazing lessons specifically in this chapter that I previously read that is going to apply to trading immensely. And it's just another way to look at things. And in this video, I'm just going to break it all down. I think you're all going to take a ton of value away from this. So make sure you stay to the end. There's a ton of stuff in here that's going to help you out. So right off the bat here, it talks about the great archery master, Eiwa Kenzo. Okay. And as you can see here, he practiced with his students where he wouldn't jump in teaching them the technical mastery of the bow. He preferred to teach his students the art of detachment, okay? Which stands in our way most of the time. It isn't the skill itself. It's our desire to be in control at every given moment, right? And that's what, in relation to trading, that's where a lot of the anxiety comes from. That's where a lot of the fear comes from, because we don't know what the desired outcome is going to be. You know, as humans, we want to be in control of everything. We feel our safest when we're in control of everything. I know I do, and I know if you're watching this video, you probably do too. So when we're taking a trade, we have no actual idea if it's going to work out or not. We can just stick to our probabilities. We can just stick to our plan, but we have no idea. And that's where this fear comes from. I'm going to explain all of this as the video develops. Now, this would drive the students nuts because all they wanted to do was fire the bow. All they wanted to do was try and hit the target. But instead of doing that, they were told to do nothing, detach, and nothing about that sounds sexy, right? Let's for a second bring this over to trading. You see a trader online, maybe myself, maybe another trader making money online. Or maybe you just start a new strategy. Could be mine, it could be someone else's, doesn't matter. The first thing we want to do is just naturally jump into that, right? Because that's where we think the progress is going to be. Just jump in and immediately start aiming for a target we don't even know how to hit yet, okay? So this is where a lot of traders go wrong. Myself included, I've done this in the past so many times. I started learning a new strategy, maybe I picked something up. Maybe at the beginning, I know this is very, very true. I jump in, we jump in, and we start trading right away. We start implementing it right away in the live markets or doing this or that when we don't even know what to do yet. We think that the progress is going to come from the actual doing without even learning how to do it, right? I have people now with my mentorship join without even watching the videos and automatically start trying to trade it live. There's no growth there. The growth comes from learning and then implementing it. We can take this further and make this about prop firms as a target, all right? A target we want to hit so badly that it quickly becomes our only target in sight. But here's what Master Eiwa Kenzo highlighted with his students. Have you ever noticed that the more we want something or a certain result, the harder it becomes to achieve it? Instead of letting it happen naturally, we stop focusing on the process and start focusing on the outcome. I know this is super true to myself. Like, for example, when I set expectations for myself in trading, I want to have this by this date. I want to have this funding by this date. It never happens exactly when I want it to. It either happens sooner or it happens later. And this goes for a lot of goals. A lot of goals we don't have control over in terms of time. You know, Alex Hormozi talks about this thing, you have to pay your time debt, okay? And the time debt is the time it takes to actually achieve your goal, right? The time it takes at the gym. Say you want to get big and jacked, and you get a nice workout program from someone who's big and jacked. You aren't going to be big and jacked after a week. You have to pay your time debt. You go in, you do the reps, and then over time, you're going to get big, right? Same thing goes for trading. You get the strategy that works, then you implement it, then you practice it, and then you just get the reps in. You get the mental reps in, right? And over time, you're going to get to where you want to be. And it's hilarious how we can expend all this mental energy on trading and on our goals and everything. But the one thing, no matter what, it's going to take time. And that's why a lot of people quit this game. People jump into this game for a shortcut. They look to make money quick, right? And then when you tell them, dude, this is going to take a couple of years, it's like, nah, on to the next thing. Meanwhile, you'll go to university for 4 years and come out without even a job sometimes, but you know it's going to take 4 years. You're not after 1 year going, oh man, I want this university degree already. I'm out. Give me it now or I'm out of here. You know what I mean? That's just not how it works. Just wanted to quickly interrupt this video, letting you guys know that I'm doing a Black Friday sale on the mentorship program, $300 off. This is the biggest sale that I will do all year. If you guys remember from last year, this is the biggest sale and I topped it by $50. So last year was $250. This is $300 off the lifetime price. And it's just an amazing deal. You get to learn from me, be surrounded by so many other like-minded people, so many other funded traders, all with the same goal as you. Make sure you go in the description, click the first link that says mentorship and use code Friday300 for $300 off. Let's jump right back in. So in the book, there's a perfect example that he uses, okay? With golf and archery. And I'll tie this right into trading, okay? So you golfers out there will know this, but maybe if you're not a golfer, or maybe you are a golfer and you don't know this, well, here you go. Golf lesson from your boy Mac as well. So in golf, when you try to hit the ball as hard as you can, it's going to slice right or left. If you try and watch the ball as you hit it, you'll jerk the club and slice it into the woods, okay? Archery, for example, if you're too conscious of the technical components of shooting the arrow, you won't be relaxed or smooth enough, most likely missing the target. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Stillness is the way of maximum performance. And that's what this book is amazing at, driving into your head. We will achieve better results if we are calm, cool, and collected, right? When our emotions aren't high, when our emotions aren't low, we're just simply focusing on what we need to do. Now, how does this relate to trading? The same thing goes for trading, right? How many times have you bought a prop firm challenge with the sole goal to pass it that week, just to go and fail it? I know I've done this countless times, guys. And I mean countless times. Like literally, I remember there were so many times where I would buy the challenge and I would literally write in my journal, or I would tell people, yo, I'm passing this thing this week, just to go and blow that thing. Because again, who am I to go and pass a challenge in 1 week? If my strategy doesn't work that week, or there aren't as many setups as I want that week, there's nothing I can do about that, right? It's funny how it's so easy to just, I'm doing this by this day in a market of uncertainty, right? We can never control what the markets are going to do. We can never control how many times our setup's going to happen X, Y, Z. So it's very, very funny that we can think that way. So instead of focusing on sticking to your trading plan with this mindset that we have here, right? And trading correctly and taking your best setups, you get fixated on the outcome, completely disregarding the process. Okay? So for example, what do I mean by that? I mean, you're focusing on the outcome, which would be passing your prop firm challenge. And you stop thinking about the things that are that's going to get you there, right? You stop thinking about the processes that are going to get you there. Sticking to the trading plan, taking A+ setups, right? It's the fixating on the outcome is I will pass this, but we don't think about what we need to do to get there. Are you confident to go for a prop firm challenge to begin with? Well, probably because you are a consistent trader. You're a consistent trader, you have an edge, and you're seeing results, right? So you're like, okay, I want to go for this now. Only then are you good enough to go for a prop firm challenge. It can't be the other way around. So we perform at our best in trading when we are calm, cool, and collected, okay? When emotions rise, intelligence goes down. How many times have you lost a trade and you're upset just for you to go jump right back into another trade to go lose, right? It's the worst feeling of all time. They call that revenge trading. It's terrible. And speaking for myself and other trading buddies, we do our best when we are in flow state, when we are at stillness, okay? No emotions, we're just neutral. No highs, no lows, we're just following our plan no matter what. There have been countless times where I got into an emotional state of mind and I took so many dumb losses because I wasn't thinking, right? I was emotional. How many times, think off the top of your head, how many times have you been pissed off? How many times have you been angry or upset? And then you go and enter the market. It's the worst thing. Or maybe you lose a trade and then you see a setup that not to your plan. And as soon as you execute that thing, I know this hits home for you. As soon as you execute that thing, you know right away you shouldn't have done it. You know immediately you should not have entered that trade. And you know it's going to be a loss. The worst thing that can happen is when it wins, when you break your plan, when you do a bad habit and it wins. That's the worst thing that can happen. Truly, truly, truly. I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. Learning the technical strategy is the easiest part of trading, okay? There are plenty of strategies that work. It's then up to us to apply it. And that's where the mental side of trading comes into. That's where the trading psychology comes into play, okay? Going against the human emotions, not being fearful, not being greedy, not being overconfident. These are all the emotions we need to battle in order to get to our destination, okay? And these are all emotions that we are going to feel. In my opinion, there's no completely minimizing these because we are wired this way as humans. But we can put practices in place to help, right? To minimize these emotions, right? And not act on them. As a trader now, I've been trading over 5 years now. I still get pissed off. I still get angry. I still get upset sometimes. But I don't go and do the revenge trading. I don't go and make those bad mistakes. I may get pissed off. I may get off the charts and go for a walk. I have practices in place that can help me, okay? So yeah, the easiest part about trading is finding that strategy that works. But then the mental game, finding the stillness, working on our mindset, that's where you take your trading from a losing trader to a winning trader. So according to Ryan Holiday, what we need in life is to loosen up and become flexible, okay? To get to a place where there is nothing in our way. That we get the stillness we need to perform at our best if we focus on the individual steps. embracing the process, and give up chasing. Stop chasing that outcome, okay? We will think better if we aren't thinking too hard. I really like that analogy from the book. We will think better if we aren't thinking too hard. You know, how many times are you staring at the charts for way too long, thinking, oh, I shouldn't enter this setup, or maybe I should enter this setup, or blah, blah, blah. There's no setups. And you just sit there and sit there and sit there, and then near the end of the session, you take a loss. Or near the end of the week, you were patient all week, but then you take a loss, right? Because you're thinking too hard, right? If there's nothing there, close the charts. And then after months of Kenzo's students firing blind at the hay bales, remember I said that he wouldn't let them fire anything. He just had them focus on the process and practice being still. He then finally taught them how to shoot at the target after they submitted to the practice of stillness. Let me take a minute to talk about one of the best new prop firms in the industry, Think Capital. Think Markets, a fully regulated broker, has entered the prop space. This is huge for us traders. With over 15 years of broker experience and regulation, this gives us another prop firm we can trust. We can trade right from TradingView, or you can use the classic MT5. With up to $300K in max allocation, and they also offer to US clients. I know this is amazing news to my American trader friends. You can even withdraw your profits right to your Think Markets broker account. If you use the code ARMTrading, you will get 15% off any challenge. Please make sure you sign up and create an account, then at checkout the code will work. The code is also case sensitive, so make sure you type it in exactly how it is shown. Let's get back to the video. So now, what should our trading target be? Okay, our target shouldn't be the prop firm account. It shouldn't be the crazy payout. It shouldn't be any of that stuff. It should be the steps needed to get there. It's the journaling, it's the backtesting, it's the practicing mental clarity to find that stillness that we need, okay? And by focusing on the process steps, we will then end up at the destination of being a prop firm trader, right? Having that funding that we want. And I know it's easier said than done, but think about it this way. How much harder does the challenge become for you the closer you get to passing? And now it gets harder because you stop focusing on the process. You start thinking about the outcome. You start thinking, oh my God, this trade here is going to pass for me, right? You automatically stop thinking about, I just need to take good setups, blah, 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 blah. It's funny. I said this in a previous video. I was having a talk about this with one of my students. There's a window with challenges about 0 to like 5-6% where you're in flow state because you're not thinking about the destination. You're not thinking about the outcome because you're not too close yet. And you're not thinking about drawdown yet because you're not close to that. But as soon as you are in drawdown 5%, you start thinking about, oh my God, I don't want to lose anymore, right? You start thinking about losing. And then if you get too close to the target, you start thinking about passing it. We have to stay in that window the whole time. And I know it's easier said than done, but if you just focus on each singular trade, taking A+ setups, each singular trade, next thing you know, you've hit that 10% target, okay? The closer we get to mastery, so trading whatever it is we're trying to accomplish, the less we will care about specific results, the more collaborative and creative we are able to be, the less we will tolerate the ego or insecurity, okay? So that ego is going to be, oh, I'm the best trader around, right? I'm the best trader around. That insecurity is going to be like, oh man, maybe you shouldn't take that risk. You've lost a couple trades in a row. Maybe you shouldn't take this trade, okay? And this is going to come with self-belief and self-discipline due to us constantly focusing on the process, okay? You build the mental reps, right? You fortify your mind. You build that confidence in yourself, not from doing nothing, but by doing the things you need to do to get there. The backtesting, the journaling, all that stuff I mentioned earlier in the video. Only through stillness are the vexing problems solved, okay? Only through reducing aims are the most difficult targets within reach. It's when we're calm. It's when we're cool, when we're in flow state. We're just doing what we need to do to get there, to achieve the goal we need to achieve. And then with that comes a peace of mind, and that's where we operate at our best. Stillness. Stillness is key, like the book's called. It's truly unbelievable. To become a better trader, guys, we must do what? We must practice stillness. Stop fixating on the outcome and start focusing on the process, remaining cool, calm, and collected. Understand that to achieve the trading results or milestones we want, we must train our minds to become as strong as possible. Neutral, never too high, and never too low. And letting go of control. All we can do is trade our plan and implement the processes that will take us to that next level. Journaling, backtesting, trading our plan, etc. Let go of the outcome. Let go of the timeline you have set in your head. All right? I know you want to be profitable by this day. I know you want to have this challenge completed by this day. I've been guilty of this so many times, guys, and that's why I'm making this video for you, because I've literally lived all of this that I'm teaching, right? I've done all this stuff. So this is therapeutic for me too, truly, because I'm able to look back at previous Mac and be like, damn, man, I wish you had this video. And that's why I try to post these videos, because I hope that they're able to help you. I truly, truly do. Forget the outcome. Focus on the process. It is so important. I hope you took a lot of value away from this video. I know it was a little bit different, but I was going to do a sit down video anyway, and I thought maybe this could be more engaging. If you did enjoy this type of video, please smash that like button, subscribe, and comment something. That'd be amazing. Maybe some good feedback. Maybe you don't like it. I thought it was really, really cool, and I thought it was a little bit more engaging, but I appreciate you all. And what do I say at the end of every single video? Let's be 1% better every single day. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.